Hey Hoopers, I've been wanting to do this video for a really long time, and I've just been so busy, and I'm finally being able to do it. And I'm planning on this being probably into 2 or 3 parts, just because there's a lot of information. I wanted to go ahead and get out some of this to you now. This is the Future Hoop designer from Mood Hoops. And let me tell you, I spent a lot of time researching what company I wanted to go with. I decided to go with Mood Hoops because of their reputation and the great customer service, and I definitely found out that myself. I sent them lots of questions before I bought this hoop, just to make sure I understood correctly everything. Because when I purchased this hoop, it wasn't even, nobody had one yet. They were, there was a lead time on it, and I think I had to wait a few weeks by the time I ended up purchasing it. But I went ahead, I was trying to decide between Hdpe or Polypro. That was probably one of the biggest things that I battled between. I decided to go with the Hdpe because it was recommended by Mood Hoops to do that because it is stronger, and it can protect everything in here. And because when you factor in the weight of the LEDs, the difference in the weight is really not that much. So that's why I decided to do the Hdpe, because I want it to last a long time. I also decided to get the one with the internal battery, and I think it's a personal decision. Even Mood Hoop said that they like the batteries, the girl that I talked to, but you know, I'm tired of batteries. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I have different batteries for different hoops and trying to keep up with them, and then I do have a pretty nice multi-charger, but I've ended up putting them upside down and ruining some batteries, and you know, just trying to remember what battery goes with what or whatever, and I really didn't want all that hassle. So this comes with a charger, but also you can use the Android charger, and I think most people have one of those, even if they have an iPhone, because they're used on so much other things. So I love that. And also with the internal battery, that means there's less of a battery gap, which is a huge plus in my book. So for me, I was like, I'm definitely doing the internal battery. I also wanted, I decided to do the more detail, the HD in more detail, because, which means that there's a shorter battery life. But I was okay with that because I just really wanted my hula hoop to look badass. And so I was willing to, you know, not being able to use it that much for as long as if I didn't do the detail. I will say that it's amazing how detailed it is, and so I wouldn't mind, like, if there's pictures of it, but it would be interesting to see a video maybe of the difference between the two. But I am very happy with my hoop. I ended up getting the 33-inch because that's what I feel comfortable with on body and off body, and I do plan on getting a second hoop so I can do doubles with it, and and it's only $65 to resize it, which is great. So if I decide to go smaller, I can resize it. The only thing that I was kind of disappointed was, that the grip tape came off really pretty quickly. But they did suggest, I did email them, and they said to take, I think it was rubbing alcohol on the inside of it and then re-grip it, which I just haven't done that. I've sanded it in the middle some, and I do think I might try to put some grip tape on it. But also kind of like another thing that was bothering me about the grip tape, it's not their fault, it's just, it was kind of bothering my hands, and so that's you know, that's also something else. I'm like, should I put the grip tape on it or not? And so far I haven't been motivated to put it back on. Let's see here, what else. The remote comes with a remote. It has the autoplay up here, and then the way that the hula hoop is, like, when you plug it into the computer, there's different files, and within those different files are different sets of patterns. So the top is maneuvering through the different files, and it'll just autoplay, or you can go through and pick which, if you want to have a set pattern on there. The yellow button in the middle is for brightness, so you can adjust the brightness. The lower the brightness is, the longer it'll last, the battery will last. And then the button at the very bottom is supposed to be something that they're going to come up with later. This hoop has a ton of different patterns on it. I know that they've at least done one update since I've gotten the hoop, and I still feel like I find new patterns and I'm like, did not remember that one. So which is very cool. I mean, there's just, it's like a bunch of hoops in one. It's definitely worth the money, and yes, it's an investment. So what my recommendation is, if you're interested in getting this hoop, is to go on the website and, you know, decide for yourself what would you really want. What size do you want? What material do you want? What kind of battery do you want? But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I can't wait to get my second one. Back to the customer service again. They are always so helpful. Anytime I have a question, they always got back with me, and in a very quickly manner. And also, when I received this, I also purchased a hula hoop bag to put multiple hoops in that I can travel with, because I travel a lot. And when I was zipping it up for the very first time, the zipper broke. So they made it up to me. Not only did they refund my money, but they also gave me a credit to my account, which I will use for my second hoop, which I'm excited about again. So yeah, this is a really good investment. You know, if you love LED hoops. I do plan on doing a second part to this video, maybe even a third, who knows. But if you have any questions, anything that I haven't gone over, I will in the next video go over how to make your own patterns, at least from the knowledge that I have, and updating the hoop. Anything else I can think of between now and then. But in the meantime, happy hooping.